Namaskar. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Namaskar. Topic being civil engineering, life engineers, concrete specifications, quality and contracts, designs, construction, methods, disputes, organizations, communications. All these are covered in this brief talk of engineering and otherwise, and it is really unfortunate that signals have become habitual of falling, dropping all time. Airtel, of course, a professional company, but does not act professionally. That's what I'm saying. Professionals who are responsible for quality keep up do not work, and therefore it's very important. Of course, I show you these certificates. Likewise, every day, competency certificate, international professional engineer, then chartered engineer. You can say chartered engineers, and then of course certain corporate membership, that is fellow, can be member, can be aim also, and then quality issue, communication and coordination issue, which are, you can say, very significant one. And then we have to talk of concrete, very important one. And here is my board, my name description, along with title and along with ID, electronic mail ID, that is this one, SURAJ, Suraj underscore ENGINEER at yahoo.co.uk. This phone number, but I don't receive phones, generally write on. Please only use this email if you want to communicate to me. And this is address 43021B Faridabad, NCR, of course. And this is my first title, Chartered Engineer India. This is my second title, International Professional Engineer India. This is only valid for 5 years, and this is valid until I remain corporate member of this institution, that is Institution of Engineers, India, Royal Chartered 1935. I go on closing this now because purpose of this is over. And we come back to quality issue. In quality, I always stress on communication and coordination. I must know better and best way how to coordinate. For without this communication, including coordination, and you can say coordination based on communication, you cannot finalize any issue. In engineering construction and engineering designs, one information never works. Always you want to work on whatever issue, whatever problem, whatever member in engineering, whatever action, whatever formula you consider any one. There is no one issue. There are various parameters required to solve any problem, every problem. If you want to take theory of structure, which is very much part of structural engineering, you have to calculate stresses, you have to calculate forces, You apply actions and you calculate forces, and there are so many formulae available, of course proven one, and we use them in analysis. Those formula are very powerful, and for everything various parameters are required, and this must be assumed or this must be actual one, and all these should be available for application. Just for example, I say load. Load is not independent. There must be some material on which load is applied, some member on which load is applied, and there must be some span of that member, or height or length of that member, or area of that member. This means we must have parameters of length or width or area, and also you can say height or depth or horizontal width, or you can say span. Only then we can use that formula. This means one information. Mathematics is important, mechanism is important, assumption is important, practical aspect is important, and whatever is required that must be fed in, and that is what we say application. Application does not move without availability of information, and that's what is very important here. That's why I stress on communication and coordination. These are most significant topics or disciplines, we can say, or you may say unlimited chapters these are. Communication has got no end. Communication has got no end. Coordination has got no end. These are ever moving issues in our engineering world. Even from conception, when you conceive something at that time, when there is nothing available, we just think of, and we can say we dream this, and from that initiation of dream, communication and coordination starts, because whatever we dream, that remains in our mind or on some paper, and that cannot be removed. It can be amended by further dream, and then when you do further dream, you previously created one is required to be coordinated with new one. So it is a part of communication and coordination, and our mind is used as an instrument, as a device of performing machine to talk to them and to help reach certain conceptual solution. Then comes FEED, that is called FEED, front end engineering design, where we have to decide which methods, what strategy, and how long we have to move, and which formula, which theory we have to include for purpose of further designing or for purpose of delivering some system, because we call that plant system or the building system or whatever system. We have to create that system. We do not create only one member. Just we learn in books column or beam or foundation alone, or you can say slab, wall. Likewise, we learn elementarily, that is only learning like A, B, C, D in English language, or kya kya gya gya in Hindi language, or likewise in other languages. It is language only. When we talk of members, there is a column, how much load it can take, there is a wall, there is a slab, design a slab. Whatever we say we do in our engineering, that is only for learning purpose. But when we can never say we construct a column and leave it, then there is no purpose of column. If you say we construct a wall and leave it, what's purpose? We construct a slab and leave it. How can we construct a slab when there is no wall or no column? This means we talk of some mechanism. We call something is like system. We usually say mechanism, formation, mechanism of structure, एक्चुअली दैट इज अ सिस्टम, ढांचा। हम उस दुनिया की बात कर रहे हैं जहाँ संचार के बिना, तालमेल के बिना, संतुलन के बिना कुछ नहीं हो सकता। सीखना एक बात है, पर उसको कार्य रूप देना जीवन में, अपनी वृत्ति में, अपने प्रोफेशन में दूसरी बात है। उस देने के लिए हमें चाहिए कम्युनिकेशन एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन, एंड इट शुड बी कम्युनिकेटिव कोऑर्डिनेशन, it should be coordinated communication, it should be created one, it should be useful, it's not for fun, it's not for entertainment, it is for work. Our communication, our coordination in engineering means it is very solid. It cannot be written like a poetry, it cannot be written like story. It's like, x-ray. In medical science or in engineering material science, we use x-rays for purpose of testing, for purpose of taking sections within. But in our considerations of civil, we make x-rays. We think of something that we are going to do that, and in fact these drawings, these sections, all are x-rays, in a sense that we create what we have to do and we create that after that conception. So it is a big deal that communication and coordination both are very much required in addition to basics of engineering, in addition to basics of fundamental of engineering and details of engineering. And you can say communication and coordination are details of details of details, which details which further it can lead to intensified state of, we get intensified force in our mind that keeps on working and moving and running